Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeo Botanica. Welcome back. We are your modern approach to traditional beliefs. We are a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why we make videos about all things spiritual. Today, we're going to talk about incense, and I'm going to show you guys about all different styles of incense, some of which I know you guys haven't tried. Remember, comment below. I want to hear about your favorite incense. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and in the description box below, click that link and become a part of our exclusive YouTube channel list. So let's look at the different types of incense and how they're used. Let's get started. So today, I wanted to share with you guys some of the different types of incense that we find. You may find some other ones that are a little bit more esoteric, but for the most part, these are some of the ones that you will find. And in specialty businesses like ours, botanicas are for all different kinds of spiritual and wellness items, and we are very exclusive with what we carry, so we want to share that with you. People who come to the store, they try out all different kinds of things, but some of you, you'll see it in our website, but you may not order it, not being sure what it is. So today we're going to go through that. So our first item that I want to show you is DHOOP. So this one is called this one is from LAXMI DHOOP. It's sticky. It's kind of have the sticky consistency. You tear off as much as you want. I really like this because when you pull off how much you want, you have the option to just burn that amount, and once you've gone down, you can just add some more. So here's an example. This is called self-lighting. So I've got other ones here, but we're going to go through them one at a time. So self-lighting, you just light it. There's no charcoal, there's nothing. You just put it on something that can take heat. And it doesn't even need a holder. So, as you can see, it'll start burning. So, of course, because we're in the video, we're not going to have it burning for a long time, but all you do is light it. It'll catch, and you can hold the lighter as long as you want. And as you can see, it just starts burning on its own. Once it goes down, it'll turn off by itself. And for the next time, you can just add another piece. So this one I really, really like because it already has the resins inside. It smells. They're different types, but the one that we have here is LAXMI, which is really good. And great for luck and definitely great for money. Business owners, this is great for you. If you have a home-based business, this is a great way to light something to bring money to your business, regardless of whether or not it's online. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one that we have here today, this one is another form of dupe, but this one is very firm. Comes in a longer stick. You can break off as much as you want. It comes with a holder, which is fantastic because then you just put it in there. Unlike the other one that I showed you, it didn't need a holder. This one needs something to keep it upright. So now, again, another self-lighting incense where you light it. This one is CHAMPA DHOOP, which is fantastic, just wonderful. For those of you who saw my money magic video, I believe I used CHAMPA in that one as well. And to call it in, money coming in from everywhere, people coming into your life from everywhere. CHAMPA is one of the most famous incense in the world, and they have it in cones, dupe, stick incense, and so on. So in your house, this would maybe be a little bit longer. And then you just burn as much as you want. For the sake of the video, I only put a small piece. But as you can see here, it's burning. Pretty easy breezy. So the next one This is the one that I know you all want to know about. So I'm going to pull it out here for a little bit. These two I'm going to keep over here for a moment. So this is a sage smudge stick. Sage is sold loose or in a smudge stick. If it's in a smudge stick, a lot of times people come into the Botanica, and I want to spend a minute really talking about this in particular. I'm not going to get into the history of sage because that's in a different video, but I am going to share with you this is a whole bunch of these. When it is moist, it's bound together, and then you get this tight smudge stick. This one in particular, we have here lavender sage, but you can always take off little pieces. I like to cut it once it starts to burn down a little bit. I cut it and I just kind of start pulling off pieces. If you were in your home, you would light this whole thing with a torch, with a stove, anything that's lightable. You'd light that, right? Waft it around, carry it around your home, open the windows a little bit so that the space can ventilate. In this case, I'm going to show you how to light it this way. So if it's just a small piece, or if it's in the whole branch. I like taking off a piece. We sell the loose incense and the sage in the store. I really like that because when you light it, you can carry just this around. You can carry it in the bowl. I'm going to turn it off a little bit. Ah, look at that. Look how fantastic that is, right? This is what you do in your home. Back to front, praying about whatever you want to clear, bringing in good positive energy into the space. Got a little extra smoke today for this video, but this is how you see what happens in your home. And so you can carry around the tray, carry around this. But I would say that if you're doing it, it's good to carry something with you just in case some of the embers or the little parts that are burning fall off. You have something to carry it with. Small piece, bundle, loose. So sage, we know is really good for clearing a space, for preparing for spiritual ceremonies, bringing really positive energy to the space, inviting in positive energy, positive spirits, and so on. It's used in a lot of ceremonies, lots of ceremonies. But because it has become so popular in the United States, people use it as a go-to. But we're going to go through another spiritual incense that's a go-to. And that one is Palo Santo. So this is Palo Santo, holy stick or holy wood. Has a beautiful scent, but the scent really comes alive when it is lit. We have here, I wanted to just give you guys a little sweet thing. You guys know I love to give little sweet things in my videos. This one is we call it sprayed incense. So you can spray yourself. You can spray your bed. You can spray your room. Most of these you can use on children. They have essential oils of that thing in it. So this smells like Palo Santo. This is so fantastic. I cannot begin to tell you guys. So I started carrying this because I was traveling and I wanted something for my hotel room. And now I'm hooked. Look, we're the only Botanica that carries this. Wonderful, wonderful. Spray it around. So now, Palo Santo, this is the stick for calling in spirituality, bringing the spiritual vibration up in a space, praying, meditating, and so on. It's not going to stay lit for a long period of time. So how do you light it? Same way that you light sage. You light it either with a torch, with a stove, whatever you like. But Palo Santo is not going to stay on long. And a fantastic, fantastic tip I want you guys to remember that I'm sharing with you today is if there's really, really negative energy in a space, it's not going to stay on. because this is really not to clear negativity. It's really to call in the divine energy. This is why it's called Palo Santo. Santo means saint, right? So look at that. Fantastic. And this, again, is the sprayables, because there are a lot of people who have allergies. They can't have things that are smoking in their space. They may have very small children. They want to be careful of having anything that has too much smoke. So this is one of the reasons why we carry the liquid version, liquid incense or sprayable incense, and we carry them in all different types. We have sage spray, Palo Santo spray, clearance, focus, health, empowerment, all different types. So just as a sidebar, this one, I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to burn it today because that's going to be in a different video on clearing negative energy. So I did an earlier video last summer on clearing negative energy. I show you how to burn this. And this is, we call it chasing powder in the store, vesting powder online. This is strictly to get rid of bad vibrations only. And this is also self-lighting, but it has an explosiveness to it. And so for today, I'm not going to show you this one because it's already in another video, but this is kind of in its own category unto itself. Just wanted to share it today though. So we've got 2 more to go. We've got cone incense, which a lot of people know, have seen. Again, this is a self-lighting incense. So again, you light it, and it just goes to town. And this does not stop. It goes all the way to the bottom. I don't think I've ever seen it stop burning halfway through. So you have it here, light it. Cone incense and stick incense, unless you're using multiples, are really not that strong to push, to do heavy pushing if you're trying to clear a space of any kind of negative energy. But they're fantastic by 1, by 10, by 6, however many you want to use at a time, to call in really good energy. Really nice to bring. Sometimes it's just for fragrance. Sometimes it's to bring in energy. Sometimes it's for money drawing, for open roads, and so on and so forth. When you're doing positive work, I've noticed that 1 stick is just fantastic. If you're doing work to push out any kind of strong vibrations, you're going to need to use more than 1 in order to get the impact. But I'm going to show you the pew, 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 pew of incense to get rid of negative energy. All right, charcoal. I'm going to show you charcoal, and then I'm going to show you stick incense. A lot of you guys know about stick incense, but charcoal is one that people come into the store all the time who have really, really strong issues. Oh, I think there's a spirit in my house. Oh, people can't sleep. We hear things falling. We hear things happening. And we want to clear out anything that's there that does not belong there. Well, charcoal is it. And so for those of you guys who saw my black salt video, we talked about charcoal then. But today we're going to show how to light it. So I have here 3 Kings incense. I'm just going to put it here on the side. Please do not touch this with your fingers and try not to drop it on the floor in your home. So we're going to light it. I like to put it on the stove personally, but the torch is just as good. It just takes longer. So I'm going to do it like this. See how it's sparking? This is why I like to do it over the stove, because it's a little faster. So then you would let this sparking go all the way through. Right, I'm just holding it for the sake of showing you now. I'm going to have it go all the way through. When it gets white, when you see that first layer of ash on top, is when it's really ready for you to put the resin. And so we're going to be using 3 Kings, which is wonderful, again, for luck. The 3 Kings brought the gifts to Christ, right? but you can use dragon's blood, which is great for banishing. Benzoin, estaroque it's called in Spanish. All different kinds of things on charcoal. The difference with charcoal though is once you put the resin on top and the resin burns out, it's just cold, it's just hot charcoal. So it's the kind of thing that you would put on something, put it in an incense burner that's metal, that can take heat, because this gets extremely hot. I pick it up, we have tongs in the store or spoons or whatever to pick it up. So let's see. All right, so I like to blow it just to kind of speed up the process. So for the sake of the video, you're not going to use, I wouldn't use any more than this at a time, because the issue is that if you use too much, you're going to have way too much smoke. And the smoke is one of the things that we know spirit travels in smoke, the spirit travels in the air. And so this is one of the ways, one of the mechanisms. Those of you guys who take my spiritual classes can ask questions and learn a little bit more about the connection between smoke and spirits. So now you add your charcoal. We add our incense, so we need a little bit longer so this can come over. But I'll put it here on the edge just to start the conversation going. So if the whole thing gets hot, once the whole thing gets hot, this whiteness is even on the top, perfect. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to speed it along. So you would be putting these resins on top, and of course this is natural white magic, right? Because this comes from a tree. Resins come from trees. Drop it on, start smoking, and you're gonna take this, a pot of course, or something that has a border, and you're gonna walk it around your space. And this is how you burn charcoal. Because people love to come in and go, oh, Elemi, can I just use the one from the barbecue? And I say, well, you could use the one from the barbecue. The issue is that we've got, do you guys see me through the smoke? When you use the one from the barbecue, it does not have the ridges like a little cup to hold it in there. It's just going to roll off. Could you use that? Yeah, you could use that. Would I use that? Maybe not. Just because it's safety-wise, unless you have something that you could put it in that would really kind of keep it confined. And then lastly, everybody knows about stick incense, right? So we're just going to do a quick light on that. And this is all you do. If you're making prayer, you can do this with your candle work. You can do this just in your home, make prayer, or if it's just for scent, just to make your space smell good. Stick incense is maybe the most famous in terms of types of incense. So we went through some of the more complicated ones, the different ones, moist, firm, 2 different types of dupes, the cones, and here we are. So I hope that you guys got some new insights on how you can use incense and all the different forms it comes in. Of course, you can use herbs for incense and a lot of different things, but things that are easy, accessible, and a lot of fun, here we are today. So give me a thumbs up and hit the bell for notifications so when I put out a new video, you are the first to know. And in my description box below to become a part of my exclusive YouTube family list. See you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like us, share us with others, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and come visit us in the store. Check us out on all social media. See you next time.